Hello students, this chapter is of chemistry is matter around us pure, and related to this chapter we have understood the mixtures, type of mixtures and their examples around us. If you remember, homogeneous mixture which has same uniform composition throughout, and heterogeneous which has not uniform composition throughout. I hope it's clear to you. So let's move to the next topic. The first topic is substance. Substance is a matter which has specific composition and specific properties. Every pure element is a substance. For example, pure gold. Pure gold is a substance. Clear? So it has special properties. Gold has special properties and has special composition, etc. Next, we have elements. Elements are also the substances which cannot be separated into simpler substances. Like pure gold, as I told you, pure gold is element as well as it is a substance also, and it cannot be further broken into simpler substances. Fine. Just note it down, the definition of substance and element. Clear? Next, we have a compound. Compound is also a substance. As element is a substance, compound is also a substance which is made up of two or more elements which are chemically joined with each other. For example, water, H2O. In water, that is a formula of water, H2O. H, which is hydrogen, that is one element. O, oxygen, is also an element. So these two elements are combined together and they are forming a new substance which is called compound. I hope it's clear. Substance, element and compound. Next, as we have done the mixtures topic last time, so the substances that consist of two or more type of matters, that is called mixtures. For example, if I'll mix sand and sugar, obviously it will call mixture because I have mixed two type of matter. Or you can say if I am just dissolving salt in water, two type of matter are dissolved within each other, so it is also a mixture. So we have done the homogeneous mixture and heterogeneous and their examples also in the last video I have told you. Now the next topic is solution. Very important. It is the homogeneous mixture of two or more components. And example like sugar solution, salt in water, sugar in water, soda water, right? These all are the example of solution. And always remember, solution is generally homogeneous mixture of two or more components in which two or more components can be there. Fine. Like in lemon water, lemon drops, sugar, salt, these are acting as a, and as well as water, these are the components of solution. In this you can see the slide. Here is a homogeneous mixture of gases, sugar syrup, that is also the example of solution in which sugar is dissolved in water, and tincture of iodine, that is very important, a mixture of iodine and alcohol, and this is also the example of solution. But as you know, there are the components of solution also, that is solute and solvent. Solute which is taken in small amount and solvent which is taken in large amount. So in tincture of iodine, iodine is taken in small amount, so that is acting as solute, and alcohol which is taken as a in a large amount, so that is acting as a solvent. I hope tincture of iodine is clear. It is a solution having solute, that is iodine, and solvent, that is alcohol. In this slide you can see the characteristics of solution. As I told you, solution has two components, solute and solvent. Solute which is taken in small amount, and or you can write this definition also, the component that is dissolved in the solvent which is taken in small amount is called solute. And solvent can also be considered as the component of solution that dissolves the other component in it, that is solvent, and it is taken in a large amount. Clear? These are the characteristics of solution, or you can say you can come to know about the components of solution also. Fine. Now we will move to the next topic, very important, that is the concentration of solution. The first two lines are there, see it very carefully. The amount of solute in the given solution is called the concentration of solution, and its formula is amount of solute upon amount of solution. For example, if I am saying 50 gram of sugar is dissolved in 100 gram of water, then that 50 gram is solute, 100 gram is solvent. But if I will add 50 plus 100, that is 150, that will act as the amount of solution. So this is what I am explaining you will help you to solve the numericals. But in real way, in a very simple language, I would like to tell you about the concentration. It's all about the amount of solute present in the given solution. Now you can see in this numerical, to make a saturated solution, 36 gram of sodium chloride. Sodium chloride is table salt which you use at your home, which is dissolved in 100 gram of water. The water acting as solvent and sodium chloride is acting as a solute. And they are saying find its concentration at this temperature. So firstly you have to write the formula of concentration, that is equal to amount of solute upon amount of solution multiply 100. Amount of solute means you will write 36 in numerator upon amount of solution means 36 plus 100, that is 136 in denominator, multiply by 100, and after calculation, after cancellation, you will get the answer 26.47 percentage. That is the concentration of solution. Always remember the unit of concentration is percent. In this slide, students, you will come to know properties of solution. First, always remember solution is homogeneous mixture. Its particles are so small, even less than 1 nanometer, and they are not visible to the naked eyes. And the particles of solution never scatter a beam of light. Scatter means spreading of beam of light. They never spread the beam of light if light passes through the solution. And by filtration technique, even we can't separate the components of the solution, that is solute and solvent. We can't separate their components. And I hope solute, solvent, solution, everything is clear to you. Go through this PPT again and revise your work.